Joss here. Today we're looking at something really exciting, guys. This is the new RC4 drive 8274 winch, guys, and this is the 75th anniversary edition. Get a look at that. Black and red, looks totally sweet. This is probably the toughest scale winch that you can get for your rig, 1 to 10 scale. The load limits from a deadlift 50 pounds, rolling drag 70 pounds, guys. This is pretty amazing. We also have a wireless winch controller as well to pair with that. And I actually do have a bumper mount here. This is the Type 2 aluminum bumper mount for the TF2. As well as we have, this is the Tough Armour bumper for the K5 and the K10. Part number Z-X0032. So we're going to get this out of the box here and get this rigged up. You know, we were looking for options for our tow rig, and I think this is going to be the perfect setup for our tow rig here, guys. So we were looking at bumper options, and now we got a winch to go with our tow rig. So I think it's just going to be perfect combination for our truck there. So I'm going to go ahead and get this box opened up. We're going to have a look, and I'm going to show you guys how to get all this stuff set up, and then we're going to go have some fun with it. All right, guys, so we got some Warren stickers there. That's really awesome. Some mounting hardware, which is nice to see. Just going to pull this thing out. This thing is really nice. It's got some weight to it as well. Really nice red and black design. It's got some pretty heavy duty wire or string on there. The fairlead's really nice. It's got the Warren, nice hook on there. Mounting plate, like I said, so this is really nice, guys. So what I want to do now is take a look here at our Tough Armour bumper, and this bumper is designed for this winch, guys, and it's gonna look really nice on our truck with the GMC and the red interior, the black. Like I said, we've been looking for bumper options. Once we have that bumper on there with the winch, it's gonna look really good. So first thing I want to do here is we got to get this fair lead off so that we can get it mounted up on the bumper. I'm going to get this body off, get this bumper off. We have to get this installed on the chassis so that it can go through. So we got a lot of work to do. So I'm going to get started here, guys, and I'll show you guys as we go along. And like I said, we have the wireless winch controller, which we need to get hooked up there as well. Okay, guys, so we got the aluminum bumper mount installed there. Just keep in mind, it does not come with any mounting hardware, so you will have to provide your own screws to mount that into the frame. So I'm just going to go ahead and test our bumper now. So something like that. So that's pretty awesome. I'm going to go ahead and get the winch installed on here now, and then we'll get this put in here on the frame. Pretty awesome. Okay, guys, so I just ended up untying the knot there that had our hook, just so I can get the fair lead off, because basically the winch will fit in there like that, and then we'll bring the string through the hole here, and then our fair lead will go in the front, and then we'll have our hook kind of coming out of there. So before we do any of that, we're going to go ahead and get this thing mounted up. It should be fairly straightforward, as this bumper is basically made for this winch. Okay, guys, so that's all mounted up there, pretty easy. The winch is already on a plate, so basically I just use the included screws, and it's nice and tight. So now I'm just going to go ahead and get the fair lead on here and get this retied, get our hook back on there, and then we'll look at getting it mounted on the truck and getting all of our wiring hooked up as well. Okay guys, so I'm gonna wait until we get the winch control hooked up before we tie that, as I feel like I'm gonna need a bit more slack pulled out of the winch. So we're gonna hold off on that for now. But what I wanna do next is just get this kind of mounted up on the truck so we can have a look at it. All right, so it's all one assembly now. We're just gonna go ahead and put it in the holes. And there it is. And that looks really sick, guys. Like I said, it's the 75th anniversary edition. Black and red looks really awesome. Looks really mean on this truck. This is a tow rig. It does deserve a winch. So next thing we gotta do is take this off here. So next thing we have to do is secure the bumper, basically just 2 holes anchoring in there. So I'll show you that in just 1 sec here. Next thing we got to do is get our wireless winch controller out so we can get this, we can pull this out a little further and get our hook back on there. So let's get this open here and see how we get this hooked up. All right, guys, I got this open. We got more Warren stickers, which is awesome. Look at this cute little controller. It's amazing. We got a little lanyard for that. We got some, that would be for our winch, our battery, our little controller there as well. So I'm a total noob at this, so I'm just gonna look at the instructions really quickly. So basically, to get this paired up, we gotta plug a battery into here, and then our winch plugs into here, and this end plugs into our controller like this, and then we can turn this on. This should already have a watch battery already preloaded in it. So then we should be able to use these buttons to use the winch. So I want to go ahead and get this all hooked up just as the instructions say here, just to give it a test. Then we'll look at kind of permanently wiring it into the truck. So that we can just have this in the truck, and then if we get stuck, we can use it. So I'm going to go ahead and get started here on this, guys, and I'll show you guys as I go along here. Okay, so as you guys can see, we just tested it there. I was able to get some line out. What I want to do now before I do anything else is get this retied and get my hook on there. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, get all this stuff turned off. Then we're going to look at permanently installing this into the truck. Okay guys, well I wish I had more time to play with the winch, but unfortunately that's all the time we're going to have for today. But really impressed with this winch. Like I said, there's a lot more I want to do with it, but definitely stay tuned. We're going to be doing a lot more with our dually build project, and I'll be showing you guys a lot more of this winch in the future. Really impressed with this little wireless winch controller as well. This thing's really awesome. And big thank you to RC4WD for sending this out, as well as a big congrats to Warren Winches. 75th anniversary, that's quite the achievement. These are amazing winches. and it looks really, really good on this truck, guys. I'm really honored to have this. So definitely head over to RC4WD.com and pick one up, and I'll link everything in the description as well. But that's probably all the time we're gonna have for this one. So just like, subscribe, guys, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks.